tall on your feet. Later make up the difference. Toss and turn in your sleep. Family, I know you miss it. Shoot and rock from the streets. Starting to get the picture. Fight for your life to feed. Watch how you turn out winning. This shit just easy me. I pray to God.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godlypotential YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute since I made a video, but I felt inspired to make a video, so that's what I'm going to do. Just currently 06:30. I just left the gym, and you know what? A saying popped into my head that we hear pretty often in the military, but we're going to get into that a little later. But the topic of this video is going to be about essentially sexual transmutation, because someone left a comment on a video about that a while ago, and I've yet to respond to it, as well as pretty much your purpose. Okay, so because they both tie in to one another, right? Or sexual transmutation can definitely assist with that. So what is sexual transmutation, or rather the comment was how do you do it, right? What is sexual transmutation, how you do it? So when people hear about sexual transmutation, they often think that it's the act of getting aroused, and then from there you pretty much go manifest some shit, right? That can work in a way, because like there's a way to make sigils, right? To activate sigils, and that's a good way to manifest some things. But for the average person, right? Because that's more like occult stuff, right? So, but the average person, when it comes to sexual transmutation, when you get aroused, your body pretty much, that animal part in you, the biology in you just takes over, and all it cares about is procreation, right? It doesn't care about anything else. So if you attempt to get aroused and try to manifest something, you're pretty much, it's going to be damn near impossible, because your body's main concern is about procreation, right? Passing on the genes so the genes can live on forever, okay? So the act of sexual transmutation is to actually conserve that energy within you, because it's not like you have a certain amount of sexual energy in you and the other energy is like a different type of energy. No, it's all energy within you, right? It just so happens that when you get aroused, a lot of that energy goes to the lower chakras, you can say, or the genitalia, right? The genitals, okay? And that's how you can tell that there's not a finite amount of energy in this universe. It's infinite, okay? Like, I remember, so when I was being taught magic and all this, on one of the calls, I was talking to my teacher, and I was like, man, it's I don't know how to pretty much conjure up more energy to push it into rituals and stuff. I was like, bro, because I'm like, I'll go to the gym for 2 hours, blah, blah, I'm doing all this, blah, blah, blah. He was like, you ever about to have sex and then all of a sudden energy comes out of nowhere? And I just started laughing. I was like, yes. He was like, exactly, because there's not a finite amount of energy, right? There's energy there. You just got to get creative in how you use it or how you conjure it up. So I'm pretty sure you experience the exact same thing, right? You can be fucking dead ass tired, and all of a sudden you get a text from that person, that chick, that dude, or whatever, and all of a sudden you energize, you geek now, right? Or your ass dead asleep, and all of a sudden the chick starts sucking you off, right? And you just up now. Or you're dead asleep and the dude starts fucking eating you out, and now you up now, right? That energy was always there, and it's there right now. So the act of sexual transmutation, how to do it, is to simply sustain from sex, right? Or rather, sustain from ejaculation, right? Yeah, ejaculation. Because, especially for men, now when I speak about this, I'm pretty much speaking from a perspective of fact when it comes to men. I'm pretty sure it's the same for women, but I incarnated down here into a male's body, and this is my experience. So do with it what you will, ladies. But when you ejaculate, that's a lot of energy being released, because this is a life force energy. This energy is used to create life, right? And that takes a lot of energy, if you think about it. And so if you sustain from ejaculation and pretty much masturbation, all that stuff, if you sustain from that, you pretty much have the energy still within you, right? Because like I said, it's already in you. It's just when you get aroused, it goes to the genitals. But when you don't pretty much ejaculate and stuff, the energy is just flowing through you, okay? And so when it comes to sexual transmutation, essentially you just want to conserve all the energy. But the thing is, you don't want to just conserve that energy without having a goal or a plan or a vision, right? Because then it's just, you just got fucking energy and you're not doing anything with it. And that's when the dudes are going to get fucking blue balls, and pretty sure across the board, men and women, they're both going to get fucking stressed out and all this shit, and you just need a release. That's why when you hear fucking, you work with people who are fucking uppity and shit, and I'm like, man, this motherfucker needs to get laid, right? It's because they got all the energy, but they're not doing anything with it, right? It's just fucking making your life more miserable, okay? So you want a goal. You need to have a vision. You need to have a goal that you're going towards. If not, like, what's the point of sexual transmutation? Yeah, you get health benefits. You get, it clears up your skin and all this shit. You get more youthful, yada, yada, yada. But the main thing is you want to have a vision. You want to have a goal. And the problem is, the majority of people don't have a plan for their life. They don't have a 1 year, 5 year, 10-year plan, right? So if you're going to embark on a sexual transmutation journey, create a plan, right? Figure out what your life purpose is. And that brings me to the saying that I heard, right? So, as I was walking out of the gym, I seen this person license plate, and it was Iraqi war veteran, or it was something like that. It was a military license plate, and you see them all the time. I mean, I got them. You see them everywhere, right? But the thing that popped into my head is the saying that they say in the military is, all gave some, but some gave all, or vice versa. Some gave all, but all gave some. Meaning, everybody who enlisted, everybody who joined the military, whether officer or enlisted, they all gave some, right? They all enlisted, they all did something that the majority of the world doesn't do, right? And they all gave their energy and time and sweat and all that, right? For all the sacrifices they made. But then they said some gave all, which means some died, right? Either on the battlefield or home base, right? Or stateside, right? So some gave all and all gave some. And when that popped in my head, what came up was, it's the same thing with here on this planet, right? The thing is, all will give some, right? We all are down here having this experience, right? We're all contributing to what's going on in this, pretty much this world, right? We all have a purpose here. Everything in creation has a purpose. There is nothing in creation that is purposelessness or purposeless. Whatever, if that's even a fucking word, right? Everything has a purpose. And so when you come down here and you just doing if you are just living a meeker existence, and you just fucking, just stuck in a fucking rat race, right? You're giving some, but nobody will fucking remember you. But then there are some who give all, right? You think of your Martin Luther Kings, your Malcolm X's, right? The people who are known to do, who have fucking holidays and shit, whether you agree with what they did or not, those people gave all. Some of them died because of it, right? and some of them are still alive today, right? Or someone who just died just from natural causes or whatnot, but their name lived on. And that correlates to the sexual transmutation because you need to get a goal that is bigger than yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's my belief that we all have our specific purpose, but once we figure out that purpose, it ultimately comes down to helping others. So, I ask you, what do you want to be remembered for? All right? Your lineage. Okay? Because your family's watching. Especially the younger generation in your family. They're watching. And trust me when I tell you this, your ancestors, they're counting on you. They are counting on you. The creator, right? The divine. Whatever you want to believe in. That thing is within you. And that thing is infinite. And that thing is not just trying to just exist. It's trying to create, right? Because if you're not evolving, you're not creating, if you're not expanding, you're dying. So some gave all gave some. Will you be in that category that gave some, or would you give it your all? So, sexual transmutation. Conserve that energy and get a goal. Create a goal, create a vision for your life. The reason why I haven't been making any videos is because of this exact same thing. There's a book out called The One Thing. Go check it out. If you're a person who think that they're great at multitasking. If you got all these grand visions and shit, right? Be honest, I didn't read the book, but I looked up the summary online, right? And it gave me the breakdowns of each chapter. And essentially what it breaks down to is there's no such thing as multitasking. If there is, those things that you're multitasking are not getting 100% of your energy and attention. So those things are not going to improve at the level you need it to improve, or you're not going to manifest the shit that you want to manifest, right? So the book pretty much talks about how you got all these things. They're not in the same level of importance. There's that one thing that is at the top of that list that is of utmost importance to you. And essentially what you want to do is figure out what that is and do that thing, right? Put most of your energy into that. And that's what I've been doing lately, right? And that's why I've been on here. Because I have a goal, I have a vision, and I'm putting all my energy into that, right? And then that's when sexual transmutation comes in, because now you got all this energy, right? Now you can get up at the fucking crack of dawn because you got all this energy, and you also got more discipline. So get a goal. How do you create a fucking goal, a vision for your life? Well, first of all, you need to figure out knowledge of self, right? Figure out who you are on a physical level, on a cellular level, and then you want to figure out who you are on a spiritual level, right? What you are, right? What's your spiritual name, right? We all have spiritual names, and they all have meanings. Figure out who you are. Get connected to your ancestors. Right? There's certain gods that are trying to work with you. There's certain demons that are trying to work with you, right? There's elementals, all these spirits trying to work with you. Your divine parents, like I said, your ancestors. Figure out who you are, what you are, and then from there, it's gonna be it's gonna be simpler, a lot easier to figure out what your purpose is here. Especially if you get connected to your spirit guides. Because they've been with you since day one, and they can tell you what your strengths are. So can your ancestors, right? The way I went about this is I went through people who have gifts, right? I went to psychic mediums and intuitives, oracles, if you will, right? And I was told from several different sources what my purpose is here, right? So once you figure that out, that's your purpose, is to do this thing. But it's not specific. And from there, you look at, okay, what do I like doing in my life? Look around you. What are the things that pretty much consumes your environment? What are the things that you look up quite often? What are the things you would do if you, the cliche is, what would you do if money wasn't an issue? What would you do every day, right? Figure out what that thing is, and then think about the shit you like doing and try to incorporate that into one thing that you can pretty much package and give to the world. And once you have that down, once you have that in your mind, write that shit out. Write it out. Like, make it as detailed as possible. I mean, write out exactly what it is you want to have, what it is you want to be doing, right? Write it out. Once you write that shit out, you can create a sigil from it. That's what I did. Or you can create a vision board. It's quite similar. But essentially what you want to do is create this thing, that vision board, and you want to look at it every single day, because what this is doing is programming your subconscious mind. And once it's in your subconscious mind, the subconscious mind is pretty much going to draw shit to you that's going to put you in alignment with that. Because you got to, what is it called? As above, so below, right? Well, that as above pretty much is you could say that's the creator. And that so below is your subconscious mind. Right? That's an analogy that I like to use, because your subconscious mind, pretty much everything that's in your physical reality right now, everything that you have in your life is a manifestation of your subconscious programming. Okay? So scratch what I said about that's the creator. It's more like that's the universe, right? Your subconscious mind is like, that's analogous to the universe if you're looking at the as above, so below. Okay? So create that vision board, create that sigil, whichever one you decide to do. And you want to look at that and program that shit in your subconscious mind to the fact that when you look at that vision board, you feel the energy radiating off of it. If you look at that sigil, you feel the energy radiating off of it, right? And then that's when the manifestation begins to take place. And then that's when the transmutation kicks in, search transmutation, because you got a lot of energy getting pushed behind that. And all of a sudden, you're getting drawn towards people. People are coming into your circle, right? Into your environment, right? You're overhearing conversations, right? You stumble across a book, right? You get called to go someplace. You go there and then you make a connection, or you figure some shit out, or whatever, right? It's just simply putting you in alignment with that vision. So you want to do that. And that is, then you'll have something to give your fucking all to, right? And then you're going to, and then come back to this question. Will you be the person who gave some, or you the person who gave all? Because the saying is, all gave some, but some gave all. And the ones who gave all are the ones that we remember today. For the most part. Right? I don't want to get all dark on here, but a lot of people gave all in the military, but they aren't remembered. But for the sake of this argument, a lot of people who we know today, those are the ones who gave all, right? Those are the ones who stood for something. So, I ask you, or rather, I'll leave you with this. Will you be the one who gave some, or will you be the one who gave all? But that's the video. Like I said, I felt inspired to do this. I'm finna head home and get something to eat. But hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that wraps up the sexual transmutation concept. And get on your purpose. Get after it.
Tall on your feet, later make up the difference. Toss and turn in your sleep. Family, I know you miss it. Tripping right from the streets. Starting to get the picture. Fight for your life to feed. Watch how you turn out winning. This shit is easy to me. I pray to God.